Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody?
Wait a minute.
You know what time it is. Once again, I'm back in the mix here, the Wait a Minute Show. Another week. Another week of me. Another week of me. Not only just me, but another week of us, right? So I got a treat for y'all today. It's been maybe a couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and Mo was gone. Then he came back, but he just operating in the background. Now we got Mo completely back. Mo is in the building. What's up, Mo? Give the people your
What's up,
cameo.
man? What's up? What's up? What's up?
There,
What's up?
there he is.
I don't
I
know
know, I
about
know.
completely. You see my likes. This ain't like me, but you know what? We don't need disclaimers. What's up, JB?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. The week is good, and it's a little hot in the ATL. But other than that, I'll take it. Take it. Better than being cold. So
Yeah, it's 95 for the high, 91 for the low. So yeah, it's hot.
yeah.
It's hot. We
Well,
getting the weird weather.
yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see him? There he is. And there he goes. He's gonna be out. But welcome back to the show. Once again, I get it out the way. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. Turn on those notifications as well. And don't forget, you get the opportunity to make any comments that you want to make during the show, after the show, later on, down the road, whatever it is. Put a little comment in there. And I appreciate the people that's been subscribing to the channel. We picked up a few more folks. So, every day we're looking to get bigger and better each and every day. So we got the two Jalen's. We're going to be talking about Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson. Uh, WNBA season is coming up to the halfway point, but we got to discuss this rookie of the year. Yeah. Who's gonna win that rookie of the year? And we already knew my heart hurts, this for another day that TNT may be coming to an end. Looks like they're coming to an end, but the NBA is like, we don't care. We getting this money. So they got another TV deal coming up. What does that mean for the NBA and its future? And I'll discuss that a little bit later on in the show. But we're going to start with the first Jaylen, right? Jaylen Brown. So Team USA, Jaylen Brown. Team USA, Jaylen Brown. They're not together. Like when you say those words, they're not intertwined because Kawhi Leonard, due to whatever reasons, we're not even going to get into that, is not going to be on Team USA. He withdrew himself. So there's a spot open. And Team USA decided, you know what? We're going to get Derek White. D White, get on up in here, man. Get with the team, and we'll go to Paris and take on the world. Now, there's been conversations, there's been debates, there's been thoughts, there's been questions. Jaylen Brown, why isn't he on the Team USA? First off, the first question is, why wasn't he on there originally? This is my thing. I believe Jaylen Brown should have been on there on the original squad, but that did not happen. And then you make the choice of, hey, Kawhi's going to be gone. We're going to get a replacement. Let's get D White. I love Derek White, man. This is not a knock on him. But, there's parts about this thing that people are saying, oh, Jaylen Brown might be out there, say some stuff we don't want him to say. Team USA has come out to say, nah, it's not that. They're looking, kind of for a certain fit, and I understand that because I've seen, they have kind of they have changed their way in which they do pick players. I mean, Tayshaun Prince, was on this team, for specific reasons, and other guys is on this team. I think Drew Holiday is on this team as well for a specific reason. But you're not gonna sell me on Derek White and Jaylen Brown. You trying to say, oh, you now if Derek White was like Tony Allen, just lockdown defender and everything, maybe you can sell me on that. But they're not that far separated from each other as far as like defense. And Jaylen Brown just happened to be an all-star. Jaylen Brown just happened to be our current NBA Finals MVP. He is one of our top superstars. He is one of our top all-around basketball players, so it's not like he's a one-trick pony. So it is something that's going on, right? Are you worried about what he might say? Maybe that's not it, but it's something. You're not going to just tell me that Derek White was the better fit? No, I'm not going to believe that. You mean to tell me that Derek White is going to give them something to get them the gold medal that Jaylen Brown could not give them? Nah. I'm not sold on that. I don't think Mo is sold on it either. Mo, if you got something you want to say, you can say it. But I'm not sold on it.
Let me ask you a question, JB. What's worse? What's worse? Jaylen Brown missing Team USA or Caitlin Clark? I mean, listen, man. To me, this Finals MVP, you a lock for that team, right? You are at least 50% responsible for your team winning the championship, right? And you're going to tell me this player is not on Team USA? Come on, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want you to answer that question too, though, by the way.
Ask me one more time.
What's worse, Jaylen Brown missing the team or Caitlin Clark?
Jaylen Brown.
Really?
Here's why. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Jaylen Brown resume currently as a pro is more established than Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
So that's why I say is more, because Caitlin is coming. I mean, she's been balling, but she's coming on and she's going to be, in her bag pretty soon, to where it's undisputed as to why, she should be. That's why I said, last time we talked, next Olympics, there's no doubt that she'll be on, unless, somebody get injured, then yeah, she'll probably be on that team. But you can't compare both of the resumes and say they're equal. And you just said it. No. The dude is a Finals MVP. The dude was a catalyst to why his team got to the Finals and won the Finals, right? Caitlin is her and her team. They trying to make the playoffs. I think they currently sit third in the Eastern Conference. So they're trying to make the playoffs. So I just believe that between the two, you want both of them to be on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want Caitlin to be on, but yeah, this one is worse, leaving Jaylen Brown off. And especially when you had a spot open up. He was already off initially, and then you had a spot open up, and then you picked Derek White to replace Kawhi Leonard.
Off the same team. And we won't go down the rabbit hole of Caitlin Clark, but we both know it's a little bit more to it than what's being done on the court this year. I mean, it's about how bright her star is, right? They dubbing her as the player that's carrying the league. But going back to Jaylen Brown, again, you are arguably the best player on the current championship team, right? Yeah. Some people, I mean, it's a conversation been floating around who's better, Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. And I just don't see how it happened. I don't. I mean, open up a spot if you got to. I mean, I don't know if it's against the Olympic rules, but if you got to open up another slot, just open it up. Just,
Right. They shouldn't even have to open it up. It should have just been him.
It should have been, but I mean, make it right is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can make an argument that he should have originally been on the team and somebody else should have been off the team.
Make the argument. Put it out there.
Hey, man, I love Book, but I'm just saying, and I get it, for Book's offense, that's a piece that they felt that they needed. And again, it's not a knock on Book, but I'm just saying is that between the two, I'm just gonna lean with Jaylen on it.
Yeah, especially in this situation.
And yeah, in this situation, I'm not saying it's night and day, but I'm gonna roll with Jaylen, on this, on that team. I see why they got Drew and everything, but Jaylen should have been on this team.
Yeah,
should have been.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, man.
Yeah, so it's whatever they saying it, whatever it is, it's some type of politics. I don't know what. It's some type of politics, because you can't sell me on that he shouldn't be on this team.
It'll come out. Out.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else that's not on the team. Appreciate you, Mo. They not on the team. but they are making sacrifices still. And that is another Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson just recently has taken a new extension, but it's a unique extension. It's not the one that we're usually used to seeing. He decided to be a team player instead of team me, right? So this new extension, basically, in a nutshell, as you see right there, is that with this extension, he basically gives up $100+ million with this new extension. Now, let me do this first. Props to Jalen Brunson. And here's why I'm going to say props to Jalen Brunson. And this is and when it happens, we need to talk about it more often, because we always talk about, you always hear people say, this guy took this deal, he took the max deal, and then if it doesn't work out, the first thing people say, oh, he's robbing people, oh, he's stealing and all this stuff. Why can't you sacrifice for the team? And this is what Jalen Brunson has done. He sacrificed for the team. He made it easier for New York. He sees something as far as like what New York can accomplish. Look, with the moves that they already made, with getting Bridges and the guys that they already had, on this team, they're set up to compete against the Boston Celtics and try and make a run, at the NBA Finals. And with the money that he did not take, it allows New York to go after other talent as well, to continue to have a bigger window. And we've seen New York before. We've seen New York where they're maxed out on players. They don't pay all these people, all this money, and then they have no wiggle room when they're trying to make some moves. So that's why I'm saying I give him props to Jalen Brunson, on it. He's a different type of dude and everything. I respect it. Everyone should, give him credit, for what he's done and everything. But now, here's what I want. Here's what I want going forward. If somebody messed this up and start bringing in some poo-poo into the organization, I want everybody on the New York Knicks organization on the New York Knicks organization, because the man basically went the Brady route and everything and said, all right, I'm gonna make the sacrifice. Let's get that talent. Let's focus on winning. So it's not on Jalen anymore, because he took the pay cut for a certain reason. He didn't take the pay cut, or he didn't take the money. I'm not even going to say a pay cut. He didn't take the extra money for a reason, not to be status quo. So if there's a free agent that's hot coming off the block next year or whatever it is, or if they're trying to make a trade, that has to happen. That better happen, because Jalen has made the ultimate sacrifice. Because here's the thing also, they may hold this against him down the road. He done already took one pay cut. They may try and tell him, hey, you know what? Keep doing this. And then he's the one missing out, on the money. So I applaud him. It gives the Knicks again a bigger window to make this run. They should add extra talent, but if they do not add extra talent, this is what I want from everybody else. Don't point the finger at Jalen Brunson, because he already made a sacrifice. He already looked towards the future. I want you to start pointing at the organization and saying you failed Jalen Brunson and the rest of those guys, on it. Now, not trying to put that bad juju out there on them, but I just want to point that out, because guys don't do this too often. So applaud him for it. Maybe Jalen's like, all right, I don't need all that money and everything. Now, some of the players in the league are probably going to be upset, because they're going to be like, look, we need this thing to keep going up so we keep making money. Jalen, take that money. But hey, I respect it, man. I respect it for what he's done. So props to Jalen Brunson. There go Mo. But the pressure now is on the New York Knicks organization and their executives.
I'm disappointed in you, JB.
Go ahead. We can argue.
Disappointed in you. I'm going to be real brief. Jalen Brunson, this is not what you do. You're not Tom Brady. You're not Pat Mahomes.
No.
I would argue that you're not top 10 in the league.
Whoa.
I would argue. You don't leave that kind of money on the table. Listen, I get it. You want to pledge allegiance to the Knicks. You don't know what they're going to do. You gambling right now. You just rolled the dice with no promise. I'm pretty sure there was nothing on paper saying that if you leave this money on the table, we're going to do X, Y, Z. Y'all didn't have that conversation. It
Oh, I
wasn't no
think they
backdoor million.
did.
But I don't think they did. It don't work like you in the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that. Get the money. You don't leave that kind of money on the table. I'm sorry, you just don't. You don't do that. And again, like you just said it. You took one of my points. The rest of the league is looking at you right now. You left all of this money on the table, and I mean, come on, man.
But
When you sit down in them players' union meetings, or however they get together and do that, it's gonna be a whole lot of people looking at you like a target.
But here's what Jalen.
You know how much money he left on the table, JB?
Over $100 million.
Over $100 million.
I think he could have got like 261 or something like that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Oh, so can I be
unless you have an injury or something that we don't know about, and even then, that's when you really go take the money.
Can I be Jalen Brunson for a second?
Go ahead. You got to put on one of them clown suits. Go ahead, though.
Oh wow! Hey,
why, bro?
Stop being disrespectful.
I'm not pulling punches on this one. Go ahead.
Mo, look, yeah, I took less, but I took less because now that's more money for you, sir, to come to New York. You see what we doing. You see what we did this past year with me, Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, and others that was hurt. You seen what we were able to do. What do you think would have happened if we were fully healthy? There's a chance we could have been in the NBA Finals. So now I left this extra money for you to come to New York, son. I got a pair of Timbs for you, B. I got a pair of Timbs for you to wear, and we can do this thing in New York.
Listen, Jelani, I want you to answer me a question that you hadn't even addressed yet.
Okay.
Answer me this question. You left, let's say you left $160 million on the table, and that's probably about right. You left $160 million on the table.
That's a lot.
Who are you going to go out and get with that money that's going to get you past the Boston Celtics?
That's on the organization now. That's the conversation.
But who's available to go out there and get that you can pair up with Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and them, that's going to put you beyond the Boston Celtics? We're not talking about getting to the finals. We're talking about winning. If I'm leaving $160 million on the table, I want a ring. Who are you going to go out there and get that's going to get you past the Boston Celtics?
Here's the one difference in the NBA versus like the NFL or maybe even another sport. I would say the NFL, not like Major League Baseball. Here's the one thing that you can do in the NBA is that, you know what? I can get another player and give you a ton of draft picks, and somebody will take it. I'll give you 4 number ones, and somebody will take it for a marquee free agent. So there's somebody that's going to want to be out of whatever team that they're playing. So they could, I mean, you asked me, I'm giving you an answer. That's an avenue. That's the avenue for them. But that's why I said, you don't think that they done talked about this. They got somebody, I don't know who it is, but they got somebody on their list that they're saying, we're going to go after and we're going to get this person. And it's different. And it's funny because I'm over here defending the Knicks like I'm a Knicks fan.
I mean, really. That's what I'm hearing.
But I'm just looking at it as far as if you look at the landscape when it comes to the New York Knicks, this is the best situation for the New York Knicks in decades.
Okay.
Decades.
That's great. That's lovely. As a New York Knicks fan, y'all celebrating right now. As the organization, you celebrating. But as Jalen Brunson, my mom and them looking at me like, boy, you just left $160 million on the table. You know what this could have done for us? That kind of generational wealth?
That is
for what? For what? For no guarantee. There's no guarantees.
But like you just said, that's the gamble. And he's willing to take the gamble. And I respect that. I can respect that. If that's the gamble that you're gonna want to take, and that's what you and that's what you want to, because here's the flip side of it, Mo. Here's the flip. You just said there's guys that know good and well they ain't worth that money, but they're not gonna turn it down. So my whole argument always is, hey, don't get mad at the player. If the organization gave him that money, then be mad at the organization for giving him the money. And the same way, if Jalen takes the discount or whatever, don't get mad at Jalen. Hey, look, he's living with his decision.
Okay.
And it seems like he gonna be all right with whatever happens.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you move on with your program. All I know is, as a Lakers fan, everybody on your program know that I'm a Lakers fan.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I just watched them miss out on countless players, right?
Yeah.
We didn't get Klay Thompson. We didn't get Paul George. We didn't get Miguel Bridges. And You know what I realized? There's no one left. So Jalen Brunson, you just threw $160 million to the wind. Good luck to you, brother. I applaud you for being a team first guy. And I'm sorry, I think you need to reevaluate things and go get some help. Get back to your program.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get some help. All right, but hey, great part about it again. We'll see what happens with it. I just believe that they gotta have a plan for New York. Let's move on. Let's touch. Mo. He always loved ingratiating the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. So we're gonna do that right now. And we don't got a problem with that. Obviously not. We love talking about the WNBA as well. But this Rookie of the Year thing that's on its way. Look, we already know it's going to come down to, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Who's going to be Rookie of the Year? Who's the favorite? And I would say right now, because obviously they're about to go on a break, and then they'll come back and finish the season. So it could change. But for me, right now, in the driver's seat, in first place, I'm going to say Angel Reese is in the driver's seat right now to win that thing. It's closer than I think what people think. And here's why. Because when Angel came out of college, there was a lot of naysayers about her. They were saying that her game wouldn't translate over to the WNBA. She going to really find out, what basketball is. And then all of a sudden she breaks the double-double record, for the WNBA in her rookie season. Oh, she's leading the league in rebounding at almost 12 rebounds per game. And I think she's leading in offensive rebounds as well, on it. Caitlin has picked up a little problem with the turnovers and all that stuff. But as far as her game lately, she just dropped the triple double. I think she's averaged a little bit over 16 points right now. She's, actually, I think she's second, if I remember correctly, in assists. She's not far off from being in first place for assists, if I'm correct. She might be first place, but she's definitely at least second, on the team. So I mean, in the league. Let me be respectful on that. So both of these women are having really good years. But I just think with Angel Reese, and as far as how she's been able to not even bully ball, just really come down and show people what she's about. And she's definitely proved some naysayers wrong. I think she just a little bit with it, but there's still a lot of time left, for this thing to go back and forth. So it's not a done deal. It's not said, but as of right now, I said, yeah, I probably would give it to Angel Reese because both of them right now, third and fourth place, if that hasn't changed in the Eastern Conference for the playoffs. So barring, I guess something crazy, I think both of them will maybe make the playoffs. And you can't take that away, from them because both of them will be a reason why those teams made the playoffs as well. So I just give it to Angel just a little bit, right now. And I know Mo got something to say. If he ain't got,
I got something to say.
I
got something to say. Let me say this. First of all, no. First of all, I actually agree with you. Right
what?
now, I'm Angel Reese. I'm
What?
going Angel Reese right now. But let me say this. No, let me say this because I want to. You know what? I'm not going to go Dawn Staley and big up Caitlin Clark like that. But she's gotten so much better since her first game.
Oh yeah,
she's getting better. I mean, and she's developing. She's learning the game quickly.
Yeah.
And the turnovers don't bother me as much as they did before. They really don't bother me like that because of the type of player she is. She's going to accumulate more turnovers. So I feel like, get an edge to Angel Reese right now. It's kind of hard to see who has the higher ceiling right now. I feel like Angel Reese came in a little more ready for the WNBA style of play. But Caitlin Clark, I mean, she turning that team around quick. I'm impressed. Yeah. I'm impressed, man.
Angel Reese got a quadruple team.
She cutting up.
She cutting up. To keep her from getting a double. She got guarded by 4 people. I'm like, come on, man.
She cutting up. I love it, man. I love to see her go out there and get busy, man. But shout out to both of them, man. They playing good ball right now.
Yeah. Props to
They
both
playing good
ladies.
ball right now.
Props to Asia Wilson as
Oh
well.
yeah.
She just won an ESPY, and also uh, low key. It shouldn't be low key, but I mean she's dominating. I think she should be your easy winner for MVP for this year. She's averaging almost
Absolutely.
28 points a game. Uh, Liberty look like they are back. On a revenge tour. They got the best record in the league. Right now. So obviously they trying to get back to the
Yeah.
finals and everything. So WNBA, man,
Yep.
it's in a good spot.
And we'll never have a conversation about the WNBA without me saying Juju coming.
Juju's on her way. Yeah,
Juju coming, and I can't wait. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man.
Juju coming. Yeah. All right. So last thing we're gonna talk about on here. Also, what's coming is a new TV deal for the NBA themselves. So on the cusp is billions of dollars. Let's just put it there. With a B, B as in boy, that the NBA is going to be getting from this new TV deal. And so whoever is going to be carrying it, that's for another day to discuss regardless. With this, they're saying with this, obviously the cap is going to go up. Players are going to be making more money. That opens up this opportunity that what's been talked about for a while of an expansion team, two probably expansion teams. So the NBA always have been trying to, expand. I believe that, they are trying to get further out of the United States with a team. I don't know how the logistics of that look, but definitely they're talking about at least one being in the United States. So is it time? Is this the right time for the NBA to do an expansion? If it's not, it doesn't even matter, right? Um, because like we talk about, Juju's coming, LeBron is coming, right? This dude is on a 1-1 now, basically an annual contract. We know LeBron is at the end of his career. We know he wants to own an NBA team. So, what would be better than an NBA franchise to open up available to LeBron pretty much when he's getting ready to retire, right? So, yes, in that aspect, it is. Do we have I guess the question I would say, do we have a shortage of players, if you will? Because I guess my concern is if you're adding a franchise, and when you're adding a franchise, um, talent is going to be coming off of other teams, right? You're going to pick up some other guys that probably normally wouldn't have been in the league. But then you're going to pick up talent from, maybe some other teams because you're going to be, going through this expansion. So will it, strain or drain or maybe stretch out, the talent in the NBA? Probably not. I think, you get more. I definitely probably get even more 1 year of people, that's coming from, overseas with it. My hope, which I do think that they're going to do this expansion regardless, is that I'm just being selfish. Let me just say that as a basketball fan, um, maybe have to wait, out of the country if there's a team that you could do out of the country, expand these two teams and Vegas and Seattle. Starting with Seattle first. Make sure Seattle gets a team. They deserve a team. They had a team. Make sure they're the Sonics. Make sure they bring back those jerseys that Sean Kemp and them was wearing, him and Gary Payton back in the day. Bring all of that, and make sure it's there. Now, LeBron, if you want, let him run the Vegas, team. I get that. That just does wonders for the NBA brand and also, NBA fans. But to answer the question, is the expansion the right move? Yeah, I guess you can say so, because you will have, if they do that, if they do Seattle and if they do, Las Vegas, then you bring back a fan base that was amazing and had excellent jerseys. And then also you have LeBron, which they of course they want him to be an owner. And then you have the city of Las Vegas, so they would love it. Then you got a basketball and a football team there, and you got the hockey team as well. And then it just opens up. I think they were trying to get the A's to move there at one point in time. So maybe you get a baseball franchise and everything just to continue that whole marketing piece and expansion. So yeah, I would say under the circumstances of where LeBron is, it's the right time because you really want him to have a team. That's my thought. Just my thought. And most quiet. So
I agree 100%. I'm with you
hey,
100%.
you know what? I'm gonna have to
It's a record, ain't
archive
it?
this. I gotta archive this show because I mean you agree with me twice on
I
something.
agree. I agree with you twice, man. And listen, there's nothing really else for me to say on it because everything that you mentioned, I agree with. But I will double down on Seattle. Them jerseys, man. I need to see them back in the NBA again. You got to see that
Yeah.
again. You got to have
Yeah.
the right one out there wearing it, though. You got to, I mean, put together a solid team, and I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
figure something out.
Yeah, you can't have
Because
no
NBA, I hadn't been a huge fan of the NBA in recent years. If you can't be great, at least be interesting. Bringing in expansion teams is interesting. Let's see it.
Hey,
That's
I want
it.
to say one other thing I want to say before we get up out of here. Mo, don't go anywhere. I watched Netflix Receiver. Hey,
Yeah, I got your text.
yeah, episode 8, that hurt, man, to relive that just like where we were at. But I will say, overall, I enjoyed it. I really kind of forgot how often Debo got hurt. Like he
Yeah, I about to say you got to catch me up because I hadn't been watching.
oh man, you got to check it
That
out.
was a
So
George Kittle episode, right?
yeah, well, they following George Debo,
George Kittle,
Amon
Debo.
St.
Okay.
Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Devontae Adams. So just them following the 49ers, you got insight to, certain things there, but like yeah, what Debo went through, through that year. And it's just I think all of them except no, actually, no, all of them. Devontae, every last one of them had some type of injury. And it's
In
just
that one
like,
season.
yeah, in that one season. And they played with those injuries and stuff that they, couldn't move arms and all that stuff, and they still playing in game. Just give you an insight. Like these dudes, it's not normal to be running into people, man. And because you see them just trot back out there, a lot of people think they okay. And it's just like, nah, these dudes not okay, man. They are really, really sacrificing their body, for that season. But yeah, it just hurt watching my Detroit Lions be up 24/7, man. And then, things fall
Don't
apart.
feel good, did
And
it?
yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt.
Hey, well,
Right.
listen, at least y'all ain't get to the Super Bowl several times in recent years with a lead in the fourth quarter and go down. I'm not gonna relive that. I ain't gonna walk down that road, but that's a pain that don't leave, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a pain that
But
don't leave.
But all right, got to get over it. Get ready for next year, and we'll be back next week. And we're gonna be really diving deep off into the football because training camp is about to open up in the NFL. So we're gonna be touching base on that. Probably touching base, fantasy football, and all that good stuff. It'll be coming up soon. We'll be talking about the Olympics as well, not only just basketball, but I'm sure we'll be talking about some other sports. Definitely track and field, Sha'Carri Richardson, and all them. Out there, Simone Biles and everything that's been going on, with the Olympics. So we'll be getting into that real soon. So remember, I said it before at the beginning. I'll say it again. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel, man. The Wait a Minute Show. We'll be talking. We take all subscribers. So we anybody that want to subscribe, go ahead, jump on this and ride this wave with us. So for your man, Jelani JB Bodie, and in the background, Mo, who has agreed with me twice this time. I'm gonna have to archive this again. I'm archiving this because this doesn't happen, too often. But hopefully y'all had fun. We did, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.